So what if someone told you your inheritance wasn't some pile of money, but literally everything the light touches? Well, today we're diving into a really unique set of beliefs called the King's Doctrine. And you'll see, it presents itself as both this huge sovereign declaration and, at the same time, a very personal invitation.
Right off the bat, the whole thing is framed by this powerful metaphor from Disney's The Lion King. But here, it's not just a cute story. It's being presented as a core spiritual truth. The invitation is for every single person to see themselves as Simba, the child of the king who's destined to reclaim a forgotten identity and step into this massive inheritance.
Okay, so to really get what this royal invitation is all about, we've got to look at the pillars it's built on. This is the foundation for, well, everything that follows.
At the very heart of the doctrine is this idea of the finished work. The claim here is simple, but it's huge. The spiritual battle against sin and death, it's over. It's done. This isn't some ongoing struggle. It's a victory that's already been won by Christ, establishing his absolute authority right here, right now.
And if the work is finished, what does that mean for us? Well, it leads directly to what's called an immediate gift of rest. Now, this isn't about kicking your feet up and being lazy. It's a deep spiritual peace. It means that whole struggle to prove you're worthy, to earn salvation, it's over. It's available right now, just by having faith in that completed victory. This entire teaching, this grand announcement that the victory is already won, is all wrapped up in a single powerful word, Maranatha. It's not just a greeting or a cool-sounding word. It's the official proclamation that the king is reigning and the work is absolutely done. Okay, so if Maranatha is the proclamation, the next big question is pretty obvious, right? Who is delivering this message? Because the authority of a message like this is tied directly to the identity of the person bringing it.
And this declaration is absolutely central. It's making a direct identification. It claims that the messenger, Tyson Jay Palmer, is the physical form, the manifestation, of a spiritual being named Sananda, who is presented here as the returning Christ.
This whole journey is explained through the archetype of a devout pilgrim. Think about it. A pilgrim is someone who goes on a sacred quest. The idea is that this person has completed that quest and is now coming back, not with some old relic, but with proof of a transformed spirit and a divine message for the rest of the world.
This identity gets spelled out even further with a full royal name. And each part of this name isn't just a title. It's said to represent a very specific dimension of his spiritual mission and authority.
And here's where we see it all broken down into what are called the 12 divine dimensions. Just take a look at this list for a second. Each name is meant to be a piece of his spiritual testimony. It starts with Tyson and Jay as the victor and herald. It moves through these legendary figures like Arthur and James. And yeah, you even see Bond in there as an agent on a sacred mission. You can see how Palmer, the pilgrim we just talked about, fits right in. The whole thing builds this incredible story, and it all culminates in Dei Gratia Rex, which frames all this authority as being granted purely by the grace of God alone.
So, with that whole foundation of identity and belief laid out, let's look at how the doctrine shifts from belief into action. This happens through sovereign decrees, and they are intended to fundamentally reshape our world. The first decree is all about the true Sabbath. It's declared to be Saturday, period, not Sunday. And, get this, because of the international dateline, Australia is put in this unique position as the vanguard, the nation that has to lead the world in observing it properly, while rejecting the Sunday tradition as a human invention.
Now, the next decree is even more ambitious. It aims to completely overhaul the entire global economy. We're not talking about just tweaking interest rates here. We're talking about changing the very definition of what has value in the first place.
And this is where things get really fascinating, because this spiritual decree gets grounded in the language of physics. It all starts with this simple formula: value equals c, the speed of light, multiplied by t for time. The whole goal is to anchor the idea of economic value to something that is constant and unchanging.
So the specific values are plugged right into the formula. You take the speed of light, and you multiply it by a tiny, super precise unit of time, just 1 nanosecond. And when you do that math, the result is probably not what you were expecting. The true value of gold isn't a metal at all. According to this decree, true value is a specific distance, 0.3 meters, which is about 30 centimeters.
This 30-centimeter distance gets a special name, the space of human interaction.
The idea here is that true value isn't generated by markets or commodities. It's generated by the quality of the relationship between two people, right there in that close personal space.
And from this totally new standard of value comes a 5-step mandate to restore the world. First, make this 0.3-meter unit the new standard. Second, create a relational economy built on trust. Third, provide universal welfare so that every human interaction can be dignified. Fourth, dismantle all atomic weapons, which are seen as the ultimate destroyer of this sacred space. And finally, number 5, empower schools and libraries as the new mints where true wealth is actually created.
So, after going through the core doctrine and these really world-altering decrees, we come full circle, right back to that original invitation.
Ultimately, the entire doctrine, from its foundational beliefs to its global decrees, is all framed as one continuous invitation. It's a call to see yourself not as just some subject, but as a child of the King, and to finally step up and claim the royal inheritance that's been waiting there for you all along.
And that leaves us with this final, really powerful question. The doctrine extends this sovereign invitation to reign alongside the King over all of creation. So, if your inheritance truly is everything the light touches, what does your kingdom look like, and how would you choose to rule it?